What's going on, everybody? This is the War Chariot, and we are back with episode 67 in our Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin walkthrough. Gonna be doing some more post commentary here. I had 2 or 3 videos where the audio was kind of screwed up near the end because I figured out with the Elgato, sometimes the audio lags behind the video by anywhere from 10 to 15 to 20 seconds. So I know that now, so we shouldn't have any more problems there, but it means that a couple of these videos, the audio was missing at the end, and I figured I should just cut the audio from it, keep the video, and just do some post commentary. So yeah, that's that. So in this episode, we are gonna grab Havels and 2 Estus Flask Shards. The remaining 2. Havels is in the gutter, obviously here, right up this ladder in this little cave thing area. So we're gonna grab that. And then we're gonna go get some Estus Flask Shards from Things Betwixt and the little area in between Hades Tower and No Man's Wharf. So in this area, tons of fucking poison statues. You want to fucking kill all of them as fast as possible, just to avoid getting poisoned. In here, there's like a shit ton of them. Usually, you get poisoned here. Although I believe by some miracle, I actually do not get poisoned. So there's the shield and his armor set. And no, I actually make it out alive. Havel's armor set, great armor set to use. One of my favorites, so definitely good to have. So now we're in Things Betwixt. I cut out a section there where I was wandering around the gutter trying to find a shard. But then it hit me about 10-12 minutes later that I'd already gotten the shard there. And the shards that I was missing were actually in Things Betwixt and in the Hades Tower flame area right before No Man's Wharf. So I cut that out because that was like almost like 12-15 minutes of extra stuff where I'm just walking around. And I figured that was boring and nobody wants to see that. So Fragrant Branch ignored that guy. That's the one reason we missed it earlier, is because we didn't have a Fragrant Branch when he came through here the first time. So it's pretty sneaky area to hide a shard because obviously a lot of people do not have Fragrant Branches at this point, and when you go NG+, you'd think you'd have them with you, but the game takes that item out of your inventory because it would allow basically early access to late game stuff. That would be a speedrunner's dream. Alright, so the shard is probably on... No, is it on this? Yep, right there. I was going to say, it was either that or it was some type of weapon, but that might have been pre-Scholar. Because I think shards were not here. I don't think there was a shard here pre-Scholar, but I think they switched it. They moved one from Lower Earthen Peak or Harvest Valley or something like that. There was one there. But I think they moved that, so... Another thing we're going to do while we're here is do the Handmaiden's Ladle quest, or like little thing here. All it is really is you kill these 2 trolls, and then you go talk to the young Firekeeper, and she gives you a Handmaiden's Ladle. Really horrible weapon, but it's used in a lot of challenge runs. People use mundane ladles, which maxes out the damage, for whatever damage there actually is. So, we're gonna do that real quick. Gotta be careful with these things. Obviously, anyone who's seen my Shrine of Amana stuff. Trolls, they make you salty. They fucking chew you up, spit you out. It's really fucking annoying. Although these are earlier game trolls, so they don't hit as hard and they don't do as much damage. So I believe even if I were to get swallowed up by one of these guys, the trolls in Aldia and Amana obviously do way more damage. But you still have to be careful because you see here that the fucking 2 trolls that almost killed me. So we're gonna go kick this tree down. A little bit of a shortcut. That shortcut's also useful if you later on want to change your character's gender. You just get in that little tombstone boat thing that was on the beach there, and it changes your gender for you. So we'll get the Handmaiden's Ladle.
Proven yourself to the forest. We have little to offer, except perhaps these. May they bring fortune.
And now we can go and get the second Estus Flask shard. It would, well, technically be the 12th, but second in this video. This one also needs a fragrant branch of yore. If you remember the area that we're about to go to, there was a doorway that was blocked by a statue similar to the one we just fragrant branched. And the shard is just up the way there, up the stairs around, and there's probably some type of enemy up there. Usually there are those big knights like the one we fight right here, but I'm not exactly sure if they changed that with Scholar. I think there always was a shard here, I'm pretty sure, but I don't think there used to be the statue blocking it. They added a lot of that with Scholar, actually. Here, things betwixt. Second bonfire in the gulch, which that one was really annoying the first time, because usually I just speed strat through there and sprint. The first time I did it, I got to the end, I was like, what the fuck? Turned around, fucking got knocked off the ledge by those worm things. So now we know to have that fragrant branch ready to rock. Another weird thing is I'm never used to pulling this elevator up this way. This is usually something that that you don't do, because you never come back through here. Because once you get to the bonfire no man's, you can warp there, warp to Hades. There's nothing really here besides an Estus Flask shard. There's also an armor set. I believe it's the elite. Is elite knight or the regular knight? I think it's the regular knight, because the elite you can buy from the armor smith in Majula. Anyway, we're gonna grab that because I love having all the armor sets for them PvP-licious fashions, souls-ish purposes. Basically fashion souls. Yeah. Get pancaked by the lizard. That's another annoying attack. That attack, the getting eaten, and covetous demons steal your armor. Those are probably three of the most annoying move sets for enemies in the game. It's like, really? Come on. Like, especially that, like, the lizard attack, like, I know they're like the giant lizard in Aldia. Like, I get if he did that, you'd obviously get wrecked. But, like, that little lizard hit me, come on. I've taken shots from Drake Keeper Knights in Dragon Shrine, and they fucking 6 times the size of that lizard. More than 6 times the size. And they hit way fucking harder. So it looks like they added a Mastodon. I think it was a regular one of them knights before. Those old knights. I think they're called old knights. So it's the regular knight set. Okay. I couldn't remember which one it was, but now we know. That's a pointless set of double doors there. So now we can just feather on back to Majula, where we use those shards to get us our last 2 flasks. So when we go into the next DLC, which I believe is the 3rd one. I think it's the 3rd one. I can't remember where we were at this point for DLCs. I think we had just finished the 2nd one. Anyway, helpful in DLC fights, because they're obviously the hardest boss fights of the game, at least in my opinion. Especially when you go to Frigid Outskirts. And, yeah. You'll just see when we get there. It's much fun. So, we're going to upgrade our shards here. Or not upgrade our shards, upgrade our Estus Flasks with shards. And now we are 100% ready for any PvE or PvP, because we have 100% Estus Flask healing wares, which is always crucial. So, we're going to end the video here. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.